Hi guys, weird look, I know, but we're gonna ignore that. I have this tendency to disappear and then appear with the randomest thing possible, and in today's case, these scar tapes around my fine lines. Um, Today I'm going to talk about the Substack articles that I have read recently to stop doom scrolling, and in the past also I have suggested a lot of media that I have consumed to stop my doom scrolling habit, but this particular video is going to be Substack specific. So let's begin, I guess. The first one is an essay by Feifei. I'm going to link here somewhere. It's an essay by Feifei titled, "And Please, if it's not meant for me, let me stop yearning for it." This one talks about the love that is unrequited and the detachment style, the anxious attachment to the outcome of your feelings, all of that. It also talks about the chokehold sometimes these feelings have on us, so it's a great read. The second one is by Tara Cruitt. I'm pretty sure I'm butchering her name, but again, I'll attach the screenshot somewhere here. This one is titled, "If I'm Still Tender, It's Because I Choose to Be." So, this essay talked about essentially the intentional, even despite everything that has gone wrong in your life or that has gone bad, even if the people you met treated you badly, the circumstances were wrong. It talks about the choice that you have to still, be kind, be graceful about it, and be tender at heart, like not let the world turn you ugly from inside. So, yeah, this one was a great read as well. The third one is an essay by Lainey, and oh my god, you have to, if you take one thing away from this video, this pretty short video, it is that you have to read this essay. This is so well written. The title is Attachment Styles: The Architecture of Connection. This essay talks about why you keep ending up in the same relationship just with different person. This essay came to me at a point, at a very weird point in my life where I was trying to figure out why some things happen with me, and it talks about various attachment styles: the anxious attachment, the avoidant attachment, the anxious avoidant, and there are a couple more. And it goes into heavy details, and it also, in very detailed essay, it talks about what are our personal feelings, how we see some things, how we keep ending in this loop where it's one bad relationship after another. So I think it's a very essential read, even if you're in a good relationship. Yeah, despite. Then this one, another one is from the Open Letters. This one is titled "Grief is an Amber Light." Again, a very important read if you're suffering, if you have experienced grief in any form. And if I could sum up 2025 in one word, that would be grief. So I think it was a hard relate, and that's why I like this one. But yeah, it does have a lot of feels, and um, essentially a good essay. Then another one is by Millie, and this was such an eye opener, by the way, because oh my god, again, as women, we have all been there. This one is titled "The Things We Ignore When We Are in Love." Oh my god. Um, I know what you guys are thinking, and she has whatever you're thinking, she has penned it. Like this writer has penned it in this essay. Um, this was such an eye opener as well because I sent it to my cousin, and she was like, I feel like I'm being targeted. I feel like I'm being attacked right now because this was so me. I've been in similar relationship, and that's what she said. And she was like, why do we do that as women? Because a man would never. And maybe there are people like that, but I have met more women who are ready to ignore a lot of red flags and who are ready to push through their boundary to be loved and be in love and to keep loving the same person who is maybe probably perhaps bad for them than men. So, yeah, I am going to speak from experience, but to each their own, I guess. Anywho, it's a very good essay. Then this other one is by Meredith. This one is titled, it has a funny title. This one is Hating Men Will Probably Get You a Better Boyfriend. And it talks about how we should not put a rose glass when we are dealing with a romantic relationship or we are dealing with men in general. We should be ready to see the truth and we should be ready to take things at face value rather than romanticize it, which a lot of us have the tendency to do. So I think it was an important essay. So yeah. Another one is by Natosha. Natosha is slowly turning to be one of my favorite writers of Substack. This one is titled You Don't Get to Hate the Girl That Got You Here, and I felt very called out after reading this one because I've always, heavily criticized my old self for making certain choices, for being in certain situations, for dealing well with certain people who obviously didn't deserve any sort of kindness that I gave them, but they probably needed it. That's why I was put in their life, but whatever. However, this essay talks about that if you are in a better place, you don't get to be this mean person who treats their past self badly. And like I said, it was such a reckoning for me because the place where I am right now, touchwood, I'm in a very good place right now. um Initially, I was very critical of my past self, but I would say I would actually credit this essay for changing my perspective of my old self and for being more kind. Like, I often feel like I've been kinder to people who have done me wrong than I've been kinder to myself. And yeah, I think this one was an important read. Another one of the Substack essays that I would highly recommend. Then this another essay is from Sentimental Being. This one is titled Dostoevsky Was Right. This talks about this talks about a lot of things. Wait. It talks about grief, it talks about love, it talks about suffering, and it talks about a lot of Dostoevsky's quote. It talks about a lot of perspective that Dostoevsky had and how they were at. You will get to a point in life where you will feel, if you have read Dostoevsky, you would, hard relate with the guy, like same Dostoevsky, same. Because as we get older and we deal with the realities of life, the harsh realities that we cannot get away from, Dostoevsky seems to be more relevant, and this is the essay that talks about the same. Then the next one is by Icarus. This one was such a, non-fiction read, if I may, because this one is titled The Psychology of Letting Go, How Detachment Rewires Your Brain. Um, this talks about how you can get whatever you want by genuinely not thinking about it, by genuinely detaching from it. So I say this because that this one is a non-fiction, because Icarus gives practical advices on how to, let go of your dream or not be obsessed with it and still enjoy doing the work that requires for you to achieve your dream. So yeah, I think this talks about how detachment gets your manifestations more quickly to you. Then the other one was again a good article by Kylie. This one is titled Chasing a God. This talks about fear, faith, the spirituality of it all, the need of humans to believe in something bigger than them, the need of humans to believe in something. And I've often felt that it's easier for us to believe in God because that's how we can explain a lot of things that are not in our control. So we blame or we credit it to a higher power than us. And this one is, again, this is penned in such a way where it's more spiritual than religious. So yeah, good good writing, I would say. Another of Natosha's essay. This one is titled I Could Have Waited for You, and that's exactly why I didn't. Very, very good. Very good essay about detachment, about setting boundaries in relationship, about um, not letting a relationship consume you entirely, and a very important read. Again, this one came to me at a very important time when I needed this, because I'm a hopelessly romantic person and someone who lets their relationship consume them. But this talks about detachment, this talks about setting boundaries, this talks about um, reciprocity as well, if you read it in that perspective. So, yeah, a great article. Then again, by Natosha, With or Without a Lover, I Am a Lover. This one talks essentially about love as a way of life, like more about romanticizing life and people, not just certain people. It talks about how love could be a way certain people are meant. Like hopeless romantic doesn't essentially has to be attached with a single relationship or a person, but it could be a way of life. Like it could be how you cook your food, it could be how you give yourself to a research paper, it could be how you take care of yourself, it could be anything. And I think it was great seeing it penned down that yes, seeing love in a perspective of a way of life rather than attached to merely a romantic person. So, yeah, a different perspective and an important one, I would say. Then the last recommendation that I have for you is by Caroline Bewley. I hope I'm not butchering her name. This one is titled If You Want to Be an Artist, Don't Quit Your Day Job Yet. And I love this one because this needs to be said loud and clear that you have to have a regular paycheck coming for you to, easily and happily pursue your artistic tendencies. It's so important. So give that one a read. And yeah, I'll try to be more regular with YouTube essentially, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.